Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great. It's so great that I'm Kendrick Lamar. So I've already listened to it, obviously, and it's pretty fucking good. Many people are saying Kendrick won. Many people are saying that people are smoking on that Drake pack. And to be honest, I agree with those people.
Hi, everyone. Anthony.
Let's see what happens. Let's see. Like, I'm on board. I like that. I like that this is debate Ock on this. Okay, dude. Debating DJ Academics on issues that are Drake related is like talking about fucking the flat earth with a flat earther, like the foremost dick rider of the flat earth conspiracy. All right. First, it starts off. First of all, let's talk about Euphoria. Now, why the name Euphoria? Drake obviously named, what was it? Push-Ups, right? His song against Kendrick. And he titled it that way because he was talking about like drop and give me 50, right? Euphoria, on the other hand, is the TV show. TV show that Drake, I believe, is an executive producer on or played some producer role on. But also simultaneously, Euphoria is, relatively controversial with its inappropriate age gaps and relations between minors and adults, that sort of stuff. I think that definitely is part of the reason why he brought it up or named it that. The example sentence says they had almost a week to recover from the euphoria of Tuesday's series winning victory, implying that it'll take at least a week, considering that this song was released on a Tuesday. He's saying that it'll take a week to recover. Anyway, it starts out with a reverse sample. Everything They Say About Me Is True in the original audio is from 1978 film The Wiz, a remake of 1939's The Wizard of Oz. The full line for the movie is spoken by Richard Pryor as the wizard is, everything they say about me is true, I'm a phony. Kendrick used the reverse audio in this music before, as heard in the outro of his May 2017 track, Duckworth, and during the Bridge of Fear. The reversed audio there ties all the tracks on Lamar's album Damn together, while the audio here hides a veiled jab at Drake, calling him a phony, just like the character in the movie proclaims himself to be. Interestingly, Michael Jackson plays the Scarecrow in The Wiz, a character synonymous with inauthenticity, as he is a literal straw man. This could tie into the fact that Kendrick compared himself to the Prince while comparing Drake to Michael Jackson. Every single bar on this is going to have an encyclopedia because it's Kendrick Lamar. So everything is an allegory. There's going to be, like, every single line has like infinite meanings, okay? It's just, yeah, I calculate you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angle, saying that his moves are obviously easy to address. He talks about how he's moving like a degenerate, and every antic is feeling distasteful, taking shots directly at Drake for using, I think, the Tupac AI line too. There's going to be more references to that in the song. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now is spiraling. Obviously bringing up his Drake's call back to a controversial 2007 photo shoot where he appeared wearing blackface, but also talking about how in the Degrassi, The Next Generation, he was a beloved, popular student who was later paralyzed following a gunshot wound to the back. Additionally, Kendrick alludes to Drizzy's downward spiral, just like other artists who are beefing with Drake, such as Rick Ross, who levied a similar claim on his own. Champagne Moments, living fine, I'm getting high as your shit decline. Can we listen to it without... There's so many different things I want to fucking mention. It's... First of all, this is an insanely disrespectful line. Okay? It's a insanely disrespectful line. The pray for my city, he faking for likes and digital hugs is awesome, specifically because of the Canadian gun violence homicide awareness campaign in 2019 titled Remember Me Toronto, talking about his own personal background, which Drake weirdly came after, despite the fact that that is a line of attack that is way more appropriate for Drake. Kendrick also alludes to the fact that he may or may not have been involved in gun violence and altercations personally. Yeah, yeet type beat. Do you hear the bells? But it's not even the best part. For me personally, every part is really good. But there's one part that you are going to see where he just starts taking shots, not just at Drake, but just the entire area of Toronto, which I think is, I mean, that's masterclass shit. Okay, that is so good. It's so good that he basically just we'll get there.
The first time
J. Cole too. Oh no! I thought J. Cole decided to stand out of this. He threw in the fucking towel and he still caught a stray. God damn. He's dead already, Kendrick. Don't do it, Kendrick. J. Fold, Kendrick. Throughout the song, he makes a lot of inferences to Drake being a culture vulture, which I thought was done in pretty good taste as well. Not as aggressively as like Rick Ross being like, white boy, you are not black or whatever, which a lot of people were actually frustrated by, upset, I think, saying like, oh, you're just, you know, because he's biracial, you're saying that he's not really black. But that it had nothing to do with his racial status and everything to do with the fact that he is a culture vulture entirely. Like picking and choosing what aspects of black culture from different parts of the world that he personally thinks is, you know, is cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. I feel like it's I mean, he had it. He just I don't know. I mean, that's just, is this allowed? Are we allowed to listen to this? Is he allowed to say this? I mean, he put 3 different songs in one song. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it beyond the fact that Drake's biggest meat writer coping about Kendrick's diss.
Anything. No, you know what? Let's just listen to this.
No, what I saw from r/Drake, because I went there, because I wanted to see what the real Drake meat writers were saying, and even they were like, well, it's actually pretty good. Oh, it's pretty good. And, you know, this will make great rap music. This will make Drake. Ooh, I can't wait for Drake to respond. Please look at this clip.
What, bro?
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
Stop.
Racist, sexist.
Oh my God. Where are the chatters that were like, bro, Drake, I can't believe some of the shit you're saying about Drake. Excuse me. His fan base is not all, is not just for white people. Okay. Obviously. And I never even said that, but like racist,
homophobic, and possibly transphobic. All these things, I thought Kendrick was this, I thought he was like on a high horse spiritually, mentally. I thought he was like a woke, Now all of a sudden, what happened, bro? I'm confused. I gotta look at the fucking lyrics on this. I'm confused about this shit, bro. Honestly, bro. Honestly, I'm very confused by this song. And it's also not like it's not like a catchy song. But let me see. Let me pull this up.
OVO #1 rider. Everyone is calling him an OVO dick rider. Your IQ too low to understand. Bro's riding harder than you do for Le Zionist. Yeah, he's just cheesing, fam. Okay, listen. Oh yeah, the worst part about it is that obviously Kendrick Lamar's Drake This Euphoria earns the biggest streaming day for any rap song in 2024. In its first full day, it had over 9.2 million streams on Spotify. This song was originally 19 minutes. Kendrick, a real hater. It is, yes. I mean, it was so personal and so disrespectful in all of the very meaningful ways that, like, I think a person like Drake is thin-skinned about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Olayemi had a great take on this, obviously. Kendrick didn't say Drake's not black because he's light-skinned or biracial. It's because he cosplays blackness from every artist in every region he can steal it from, despite never speaking on black issues while actively being exploitative and doing mess like calling Rick Ross racist. I mean, the Rick Ross's racist was so funny because it was just like it added to the self-own in that situation, because it's like how are you going to get owned by Rick Ross? Like, one, you just openly admitted that he got to you. It's Rick Ross. He literally has talked about date rape. Like, he made a song about raping people, okay, by drugging them. Hello. This is a CO. Okay. He worked in the American prison industrial complex. And you got rolled by Mr. Tubby Man. Like, that's crazy. Who literally stole the identity of a real black person. Who was a victim of the American prison industrial complex, who Ricardo Ross was very much. What is this? Kendrick Lamar diss song. The Drake got a Toronto restaurant named New Ho King. Business going crazy. No way. Kendrick doing more for Toronto local business than Drake. Man of the people. Anyway, yeah, he's a former CO who stole the identity, basically, of a real person, an actual real criminal. Anyway, apparently Drake got robbed at New Ho King in 2009 too. Oh, that's what the line is about. Oh, anyway, let's listen to what. We'll do the RDC clip, which I already saw as soon as it got out. It was so good. I'm actually kind of surprised they don't meat ride Drake more. Because they're usually very like, I feel like they're usually very apolitical on black people's business in general. Like if there's something that's like really contentious, I feel like they don't stay out of it. But like, I know they're J. Cole fans. I know that. But I mean, like they... Anyway, let's just watch.
Shit, that for real, man. Yo, my hair is the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T.
What? Push a T? That shit lame as fuck.
He's tearing some red happening. You see two bad bitches.
Two bad bitches?
Like women, that's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's get
Dude, pop ass with them?
I'll make sure I double back with you.
Come on, stupid.
I love the Ghost Riders because at first I thought they were, it was like a double entendre. I thought that he had like Klansmen in the room as his writers. You know what I mean?
Nigga that said he was signed to that nigga. Try cease and desist on I like that record. We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more.
Dude, I'm black. I'm black. What is he talking about? I'm black.
Nigga no more.
Stop.
Dude, that shit was lame as fuck. Hey, where y'all going? Where y'all going? Oh, y'all scared? Oh, fuck it, man. We don't need them, man. This lame ass diss, man. How are people listening to this? This don't deserve a response, right? You know what? Take a picture of me. I'm about to respond with an Instagram caption. You can't take that. Man, what should I say? There's so many out there.
I don't think you should do that, bro.
Oh, what you thinking? What should I say? An Instagram story or a photo dump? A photo dump, that'll get him going for real. What's that? What is that?
That's the only way, bro.
Come on, put that away, Crody. We don't need that.
That nigga rapping, bro.
Yo, come on, you don't believe in me?
Rapping, bro.
What's going on with you?
I done heard you my whole life, nigga. I know.
Yes, I've been in the game for a long time.
Oh, that nigga, man.
Man, don't tell me you're scared too. Come on, man. It's nothing.
Listen to him in Compton, bro. Drop that.
Come on. Dude, I'm not using
Drop
this,
that,
man.
bro.
You know what? It don't matter that you don't believe in me, man. Let me get in the booth. That's what everybody want, huh? That's what everybody want. That's what I'm gonna do. Watch out, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. I could top that easy. That short ass nigga, man. That's crazy. I was really trying to keep this PG. Yeah, you like that, right? Where you go? Come on, hey, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Come on.
Look at this fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great. It's so great that Fantano made a 26-minute video on it.
Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. You know why you're here. I know why you're here. It's Beef Watch 2024. The tensions between Kendrick Lamar and Drake continue to escalate. Things have advanced quite a bit since Kendrick Lamar fired that first public shot across the bow at Drake and J. Cole, unlike that from the Metro Boomin and Future album, We Don't Trust You, weeks and weeks ago. J. Cole responded. He apologized. He rescinded the response. Then Drake responded with push-ups, and then one more time responded again, trying to bait Kendrick into a response sooner rather than later with the tailor-made freestyle. I very much messed with push-ups, as you guys may remember, and while I thought what Drake did with the whole AI voice thing with Tupac and Snoop was kind of a very smart psychological warfare 4D chess type move, it was still...
No, I think it show weakness. I think. I don't think it was a smart move. I think it showed weakness. Y'all was hating when Drake dropped. Man, y'all full of shit, Lamau. Wait, no, I said wait, what? I literally personally, I listened to it. I said it was good. But, oh, are you talking about Fantano and what he had to say about the second drop? Because the second drop, I thought wasn't a smart move. And I think it showed nervousness of Drake. This whole chat was hating. Yeah, I was hating, and I'm still hating on the second drop. The first drop was good, though. I didn't... Like, I thought... The first drop was good in the sense that, like, Push-Ups was good because it was actually, like, it was very listenable. Like, it was a decent song in general.
Really weird and tasteless and kind of odd on his part. I commented on that as well. And since that video I did on the TaylorMade freestyle, that response, that diss track has been taken down off social media because it turns out Tupac's estate not too...
Bro, what is this guy doing? Kendrick Lamar is being accused of stealing lines from battle rappers for his Euphoria diss track. Oh my God. Okay, bro. OVO sweatshop really sweating for these reaches. Dude, come on. DJ Academics, like listening to DJ Academics on Drake related issues is so fucking stupid. It's just like, yeah, it's like going to Israeli state media to learn about what the fuck the IDF did, okay, and why it was totally valid, all right? He's doing Pallywood shit over here, okay? DJ Academics is the Jake Tapper of Drake news. What Israel is the Drake Tapper. What Israel is the Jake Tapper. DJ Academics basically does the same thing that Jake Tapper does, but for Drake, okay? Bro's got Drake's fake abs touching his forehead. He's glazing him so hard. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. What is this Drake on his next record?
Now who's gonna tell me that I can't say nigga? Nigga, bitch, ho. Now who's gonna...
happy with Drake using the guy's voice in that weird ass track. So yeah, that's down offline now. And days later, we finally have a full-on, complete, direct at Drake response from Kendrick in the form of this track, Euphoria. That's the setup. That's the context. Let's get into it. Just kind of talking about on a surface level, the instrumental production, sonic aspects of what's going on here. We have a pretty lengthy diss here at 6 minutes and change. Bit of an intro.
Why is Drake Israel the anti-Semite of the month award looking true? Oh my God. Shut up. Okay. Drake, for all of his faults, okay, is actually an anti-Zionist. So I respect that.
Bit of an outro. Core of the track works in three.
I forgot that Drake is half Jewish. Okay, my bad.
Separate parts. A first leg that is backed by a Teddy Pendergrass sample over this Kendrick Lamar is giving us a pretty low-key delivery that kind of lures you in a little bit, really gets you set up to eat up every word that he's saying because he's not jumping out at you. Then things escalate with a beat switch, a pretty standard but grim and dark trap instrumental that is a little lo-fi, a little rough around the edges, some big synth horns on it, some bells in the background too. And then once again, another beat switch with a similar rhythm in the background, but we're kind of switching it up melodically with these kind of wheezy, dusty string leads, which eventually drop away in favor of just kind of giving us the rhythms. Instrumentally, I feel like the track is solid, not exactly mind-blowing or game-changing, but as far as the instrumentals have gone so far in this beef exchange, no beat has really gone harder than that original Like That Beat. I think on the instrumental side, it's really Metro Boomin who's kind of going to end up taking the W on this one. But no matter, because in these diss exchanges between Kendrick and Drake, I don't think the production should be carrying that much anyway. It really should be the words. It should be the flows. It should be the pen game.
Wait. OVO 40 under Kendrick Lamar trying to win it on a technicality? What is this? OVO 40 under Kendrick Lamar Instagram post, apparently Kendrick deleting the Palestine comments. Yo, chill. No, dude. Don't say that. Say it ain't so. No, Kendrick is definitely Kendrick definitely pro-Palestine. Don't even start. Come on now. 40 comments still under Kendrick post, and also it could have been IG who's behind the comments being deleted. It's fake. These guys are doing fake news. Kendrick is a Zionist. He's not. Shut the fuck up. Confirm fake. Confirm fake. Confirm fake. And also, Kendrick, he told me he's freeing Palestine as we speak, actually.
While on push-ups.
Also, remember, Abel, The Weeknd, also is beefing, even though they're both Canadian, also beefing with Drake. Who's done more for Palestine, Drake or The Weeknd? That's right. That's another technical W for Kendrick Lamar's camp in general.
Drake most definitely came with some mean words, some witty lines, kind of an analysis in terms of the splits Kendrick and company are making on their records, their streams, their sales. Kendrick is clearly out for blood on this track, where it is very apparent that his distaste for Drake goes beyond just hip-hop competition being the best. He doesn't really care for the guy on a personal level. As a result, his whole takedown of Aubrey, as I will go over, is kind of surgical and multi-layered. So with that, let's get into the bars and the content of what Kendrick is saying. Here we got the bars right here. Before I get into this, just to remind you guys, everything I'm going to say about every single lyric on this track is my interpretation of what is being said and what goes on. You're free to have your own read on all of this. What I'm about to say is not the be-all, end-all with all this. We are observing a beef, a disagreement between two very talented, entertaining guys. Ultimately, all I want to see is who makes the better set of tracks in the midst of all this. And with that, let's see if it ends up being Kendrick with this Euphoria cut. All right, now, for those who did not pay attention, this entire track kicks off with a reversed piece of audio, which is a callback to the classic reinterpretation of The Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, that at one point features Richard Pryor saying, "Everything they say about me is true," which then progresses into another line about him being a phony. Now, to me, my read of this, and really just the surrounding everything from the get-go on this track, is Kendrick is really trying to do everything that he can to paint Drake as inauthentic, as fake, essentially as an actor. A guy who has more ties with entertainment and visual media and pretending to be something.
No, you're glazing Kendrick too much. This shit was trash. Okay, come on. Be objective. Be objective. You're being ridiculous.
That he's not, than he does hip hop in actuality, which again is why he's throwing in this line here, which is why he has named the record Euphoria. Many fans have read.
Let's get back to this.
And kind of tie in with all of this is Euphoria is a show. It's a drama that is actually produced by Drake himself. I'm not trying to play stupid here. I'm just saying the most obvious connection between all of these things, especially with these bars on the front end, where he's talking about Drake being a famous actor we once knew, looking paranoid, who is now spiraling, is that, again, Drake is an actor. He is a fake. He is being something that he's not, which Kendrick reinforces with even more bars right after in a very low-key, relaxed flow, and a writing style that sets things up like he's just a narrator. Beginning to tell you a story. He's not throwing too much wordplay, flipping too many double entendres, anything like that. He's just setting us up for a tale. Fabrication stories on the family front, because you heard Mr. Morale, a pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tales on you now. You're not a rap artist. You're a scam artist with hopes of being accepted. Kendrick makes another comparison between him and Drake as well, saying, I make music that electrify him. You make music that pacify him.
He also says that Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but Fubu never had been in your collection, which is directly about like Tommy Hilfiger. If you guys recall, back in the day, said some racist stuff about like black people wearing his clothes, and Fubu is like is supposed to be for us, by us, which is like he's saying that like he's saying that I mean, it's a reinforcement of the same narrative that like you're not with the culture in general.
I am.
What could Kendrick mean by these mysterious lyrics?
I mean, if you're objectively looking at the music of both artists, you can't really disagree with, because what does Drake's music really inspire people about or inspire people over, really kind of, I guess, rile them up to do or feel or think? Much of it is very low-key, egocentric, moody, in-your-feels type music, which there's nothing wrong with in concept, but it does stand that that is pretty much the only lane Drake has the ability to operate in, whereas Kendrick has shown the ability to do his thing in multiple different lanes and has especially focused a lot of his efforts in making music that has been proven to be boundary-breaking, challenging, substantive, and thoughtful. I can double down on that line, but I'll spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. So Kendrick already saying on some level out of the gate, he is pulling and will most likely be pulling punches on this track. Everything he has to say about Drake topically, maybe he's saving for another response down the road. I know you're a master manipulator and a habitual liar too, but don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you. It's after this point on the song that vocally and instrumentally, the track switches up. Kendrick escalates the energy level, and he really starts going in the first full verse. Okay, look, the first handful of bars on this verse definitely work in layers, but to kind of get to the meat and to the point of what Kendrick is saying here, he's really building himself up. He's ramping up to start pulling out some deadly lines and start kind of teasing at things that he might want to reveal about Drake down the road, or maybe eating at Drake's feelings and motivations in the midst of all this, saying, everybody want to be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway, talking about the way Drake has been acting and carrying himself in the midst of this beef and prior to it, as a tough guy, as a kingpin, as a this and a that. But meanwhile, Kendrick is saying he's been chipped or hurt by a throwaway line, a throwaway verse, a sub, something that wasn't even close to going as hard as he possibly could, which, I mean, you could kind of say like that was, given that it wasn't that lengthy of a verse to begin with. It did have some great bars and wordplay in it, but Kendrick has dropped bigger, more hard-hitting verses in the past. And yet, because it's Kendrick, that performance and that writing caused the stir that it did anyway. And next, Kendrick really does show how deep he can go in, lyrically setting up this idea of whether or not Drake has played a game of have you ever, asking him, have you ever walked your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500 though, like to an open case? Which a lot of people are tying to an instance back in 2019 where Drake paid a settlement, a six-figure settlement, to a sexual assault accuser, which bringing that up is it's a diss track. It's fair game. That is not a good look.
Bro, that's crazy. Might as well just fucking directly give me a line to DJ Academics. This guy sent me a r/Drizzy comment titled Drake is about to obliterate Kenny. And he promoted this link by saying, please listen to the people who have been in this game for a while. The people that have been in this game for a while. After that mid-ass track Kenny dropped, it's safe to say this battle's about to be over. Someone should have told Kenny to keep his one in the tuck. We didn't wait all this time for a no warning-esque track. What happened to Let's Get It, bro? The only thing we've gotten from Kenny is wasted time. Nice try, Aubrey. Thanks, man.
That Kendrick is absolutely right to go after. This next set of bars referentially gets kind of dense and involves a lot of different ties industry-wise between Drake and a lot of cash money people, a lot of music business people. But Kendrick says, I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then hop online, like pray for my city, he faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be junior, they must have forgot the shit that they done. Where Kendrick is kind of portraying a hypocrisy here, an inconsistency between Drake Drake and those who are around him, especially above him in the music industry. Guys like Birdman, guys like Jay Prince, guys who use and abuse their control in the music industry, especially on the hip hop side, in all the wrong ways. And then Kendrick ties this up in just, the meanest. Dementia must run in his family, you know, meaning the group of people he's a part of. Let it get shaky. I'll park his son, which some might think is going a little too far here, but he actually kind of addresses this very tone shift in the following handful of bars, saying the very first time I shot me a Drake, meaning previously when he's gone at Drake before, but Drake also gun, homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough today. I'll show you I learned from those mistakes. So obviously listening to somebody else prior, Kendrick didn't go about doing this the way that he wanted to, and also pointing down meaning aiming lower, going down to hell, shooting below the belt, which given what has happened up until this point, he is clearly ready to do. This next set of bars is pretty interesting, as on the front end, Kendrick makes reference to a recent purchase of a ring that Drake did and showed and flashed on social media that Tupac owned. And then he ends that with, I'd rather do that than let this Canadian guy make Pac turn in his grave, referencing not just that, but also Drake's recent use of Pac's voice in this whole AI thing. Kendrick also makes reference to Drake's perception of things being twisted, which, given how he tried to go at Kendrick for being too pop-centric, is pretty valid, because that's obviously an accusation you can hurl at Drake times 10. I hurt your feelings, you don't want to work with me no more, okay. It's 3 goats left, and I seen 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. Then goes on to make this meta bar about how he's going to explain why he's bringing this up. And again, he's telling us the number of bars we're gonna have to wait for him